Hi, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from my peculiar hairstyle, it is Makeup Through the Ages again. This is the time where I do my collab series with a few lovely ladies. Victoria from the Victoria J, who's actually not going to do this week at the moment, but that's fine. She's always been in the collab, so I'm still going to point you in the direction of her videos because she's amazing. Claire from the Love of All Things Beauty, Tanya from When Tanya Talks, and Steph from Seeing Spots. They are our current sort of collab partners, and I've actually gone all out. I have to say this isn't bad. It looks better on camera than it does in real life. So yeah, I've already put a base on. I had to colour correct so much today. So much so that my face was just the wrong colour. So it taking it all down to like a white. So I've had to bronze up only just to get back to my neck colour. So just ignore that. So the 50s makeup, glam, 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 that's what it is. And I love the idea of giving that a go. And I'm really going to go all out today. I'm wearing lashes. I've really researched, not that I didn't before, but I've really done some research on this. And I feel like I've chosen the right items to sort of pull off this look. So what I might do, it depends on timing really. I'm going to start with brows. I've never done my brows before, really, especially on camera. So this is the first time, and I'm using a brand new palette I got from Makeup Revolution, the Ultra Brow Professional Makeup in medium to dark. I do have dark hair, but my brows aren't mega dark. So I'm hoping that one of the sort of lighter colours, maybe this colour, will be ideal for me. So I'm really looking forward to trying it out. It comes with little brushes, little tweezers. I have plucked my eyebrows today, which is why they look so puffy, unfortunately. So hopefully I can take that down a bit. There's a couple of brow waxes as well, which I've never used before. But because the brows were so strong, they were basically very arched and so they were your classic thick here, thin here, very similar to what I've got, but a lot thicker on this side of the brow, and it was much sharper. So I'm going to give it a go and see which colour like sort of suits my eyebrow and what's too dark and what's not. I'm literally going to just use powder to start with. Is that too dark? Maybe not. I think if I use it lightly and brush it through in a minute with, I'm using this one at the top, right. If I brush it through, I'm only going to put it in this side of the brow. I'm not going to put it anywhere further. And I'm really going to sharpen this out. That's actually a pretty good match for my actual eyebrows, so that doesn't look too bad. I'm just going to use this brush. This is actually a really cute little brush, but the precision's not there. But it's nice. It's quite firm. I really like that. I'm going to use this lighter colour just for the edges. Because I feel like if I go too light, too dark, it will look quite silly. So I'm just going to do the edges, just fill in any gaps with this powder. It's quite easy to use powder in your eyebrows, I think. I think it's harder to use things like pomade, only because I'm not used to that, I guess. It's not something I use. I'm just going to use this spoolie just to sort of brush this. Oh, that's not a spoolie. I picked up the wrong thing. This spoolie here. I'm just going to give it a brush through just to give it that natural look. There we go. And then I'm going to use the wax. Oh, this is exciting. Never used a wax before. That's probably a bit too slender. Like it's not dense enough. I need something a bit denser. Oh, not many of them are dense enough. They're quite fluffy. I'll try the brush that I was using actually for the wax. And I'm going to use the darker wax first in this bit of the brow. I'm hoping that the wax sort of doesn't just colour but gives it hold. So I'm just putting that in the top bit of the brow here. It's very dark actually, but it's dark brown. It's still not black. And then I'm taking the brown and I'm just going to do that edge. Oh, wow, that brown is, the wax is quite pigmented. Oh, I feel like I've overdone it now. It needs to be a lot slimmer than that. There we go. I'm going to use a highlighter to sort of shape them a bit better. So it gives them those sharp edges, sharper edges. Okay, I'm going to use the spoolie once again just to really go through them, take out any excess product that doesn't really need to be there. This spoolie's awesome. Yeah, I think that works really well, dragging the spoolie through, because what that does is it sort of gets rid of the bits that don't need to be there but sets the bits that do. Perfect. I like that. And then I'm going to take the thin brush I have here, and I'm going to use this highlighter. I'm just going to edge this really close to the edge. I just want to, I'm going to use a highlighter later anyway. I just want to shape the brow a bit better. Can you see that? And the same on this side. They're so swollen, my brows. It's really painful to pluck them today. So it's why it's, I'm just going to take this over the top as well. Really shape them out. So that's that. They look a lot darker than I'm used to, but they don't look terrible. And that one looks like it's a bit too far down. Actually, I think it probably is a bit too far down. My eyebrows have always grown over the edge. Like, I get eyelashes down here that I have to pluck. It's really awkward. If I let these grow, you know, I've plucked my eyebrows for years, but if I was to let these grow, they would still be like slug all over my face. It'd be awful. So let's continue. I'm going to start with the blush quickly because it's very muted. They said to use a peach or a pink, and I'm using Beloved, which is very peachy, and I'm going to use a stippling brush for this because I don't want to put too much on. And they just said just basically lightly dust it. There's no bronzing. It's still meant to be your skin, but better, as in like foundation that sort of mattifies the skin. But yeah, there was a bit of blush, but nothing major. And it said to do sort of the cheekbones rather than the apples, but then in others it said the apples, so I'm not sure, so I just decided to do the whole thing. So that is that. Now the eyes. And Glam was in, and I think if we go for, what they did was they did put like light colours on the lid, usually shimmery, and I was going to put shimmer, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use my Stila in Eyes of the Window shadow palette, and this is mine. It's matte. All of the colours are matte. And what they did was a lot of shading, and there's a couple of crease colours here that I think are going to be really nice. And they shaded the sockets quite, so to give them that contoured look, and then they put a lighter colour. And I may use that pink as the lighter colour, just something pastel-y. I think it will look really, really nice. So, oh gosh, I don't have my brushes. I do have my brushes, they're here. So I'm going to start with, oh, I'll tell you what I haven't done is put a base on. Bear with me. Sorry about that. I didn't put on a base, which I normally do. I'm sort of trying to rush this through so I can get it done quickly, which is probably not the best idea. Anyway, I'm going to use the Eyes Are the Window Mind palette, and I'm going to take a sort of angled fluffy brush, and I'm going to start with the cream. I'm going to start with the contouring shades, and I'm going to start with like a darker than my skin tone first. Just this one here, it's like a dark peachy colour, and I just want to use that first. And I'm probably going to use this row here, not the orange, but these three in the middle here, and the colours are Instinct, Observation and Wit. They're the ones I'm using Wit right now. So I'm just going to take that into the crease. Let me get close for you. I realise that that is something that's asked. They're very lovely actually. That I didn't need to even put a lot on my brush then, and that's given a really nice faint colour. I think it helps that I just put a base on, to be honest. I'm just going to put that in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep working on the crease. So I'm going to start with that colour that I've just used, but I'm going to bring that all the way in. So take that all the way over. And same with that one. That eye. And then I'm going to take that next colour, which is Observation. And I'm going to work that here on top of where we just were. But I'm going to really concentrate on this part of the eye. Really concentrating on the outer edge. Like so, you can start to see like the contour really happening there. Just keep blending it as I go along with this brush. Because it's fluffy and it's angled, it's actually really easy to do that. Just going to keep doing that. You can really see it start to deepen up there. And more on this side. You can't really go wrong with doing this. It's a really easy eye look to do because you're just adding into the crease, and you just continue to do that. And then I'm going to take this grey here. It is cooler toned than the others, but it's going to just go into this side here just to darken it even more. Can you see? But it's only going into the corner at the moment. I'm just tapping it in rather than sweeping it in because I'm going to use a clean blending brush to do that. So just tapping it in there into the outer corner. And now I'm going to take a blending brush, a semi-clean blending brush, my L&Y one. And I'm just going to blend, blend, blend. In the words of Julie Page, another YouTuber, another YouTuber here on YouTube. Yeah, Leah, okay, that's good. Just blending constantly. You want it to look like you've got eye sockets, basically. That's the whole point of it. Like so. Here you go. I sort of like doing circular motions when I'm doing this sort of look because it really gives it that blendable look. Okay, I'm now going to take a flat brush. I feel like that's got stuff in it, but we should be okay. And I'm going to use the pinky shade just to use as the lighter colour on the lid. This is particularly dusty, this one, for some reason. I don't know whether you can see, I'm just adding it onto the lid. I'm wearing a black top and all of the white and cream is going all over that. It's not a good idea. Okay, I don't know what that was. And then I'm going to take the white colour here, like a creamy white, not pure white. Just going to lighten up this side because we will be laying down the eyeliner shortly. I'm going to take the highlighter in this palette. I've got lashes on there at the minute. Put those on there. And I'm just going to put that on my upper brow bone. So this highlighter, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use a different brush. I'm not sure which one. Just use one of these ones. That one. It's like a pencil tipped brush. I'm just going to use the highlighter in here because I've already used it. And I'm just putting it in this corner. Nowhere else, just there. hopefully you can see this is coming together now. There you go. That is the eyeshadow done. I'm just going to pause you for just a moment because I'm going to, do you know what? Am I going to pause? No, I want to show you how to do the liner. So I'm going to do the liner and I'm going to use two separate liners. I'm going to use a pen liner and a liquid one. I find it easier to do it that way. For me personally, this is how it works. So this is a dip liner from H&M and I've also got their pencil liner. And I'm going to start by laying down the first part of the eye. Gosh, I can't get this open. There we go. I'm just going to start by laying this first part down, starting in the corner and working my way along. This is a lovely brush. The tip is flexible, but the rest isn't, and that gives me that sort of precision. There you go. So I've done that part there, and I'm going to do that on the other side. In fact, what I'll do is I'll do one eye, then I'll pause, otherwise we're going to be here forever. So I'm just going to arch this a little bit more with the dip so it thickens it slightly, because the winged eyeliner in the 50s was bold. It was a cat eye and we want to recreate that. I'm just going to let that dry a little bit before I go in with this. This is the Precision Eye Marker. This has got a bit more of a flexible tip, but actually I prefer for them not to be as flexible as this one, but it's got a lot of ink in. So I follow my eye line like this, and then so you can see what I've done. I know it's not very pointed, but it will be. And then I follow this in. And then I'm going to sharpen that. This is a really big wing. Just follow that out. There we go. Can you see? It's a huge wing. And I get it right to the end of, I always, if I'm doing it, I put it right to the end of where I've contoured. Do you see what I mean? Like so. Right, I'm going to pause and I'll come back to you. So I'm back, I've done both eyes. I've actually put on some mascara and I'm just letting that dry so I can pop on some corner false lashes. But while I'm waiting for that to dry, I am going to put on the final touch on my lips. And that is the Illamasqua lipstick. It's a matte lipstick in box and it is this pure true red. Actually, it's a bit cherry, but I like that. I would highly suggest wearing a lip liner with this, but I haven't. It's very dry. I received it recently. And it's definitely a dry matte lipstick. But it smells lovely. I'll do that. And just make sure it doesn't go on my teeth. It does smell lovely. So the lashes should be sort of tacky now, the glue at least, and I'm just going to pop those on as best as I can. I probably should have put them on like before I put on the eyeliner, but we can touch that up afterwards. So look, you can sort of see the glue there. But I prefer to do the liner first before I do my eyeliner, so I can my mascara, eyeliner. I just always have done when it comes to a winged liner. It just feels better to do it that way. These are so simple to use. These are the corner lashes, and I've just ordered some more from eBay because these are so easy to use. You just pop them on the edge and they give you a little lift just at the edge, which just adds that little bit of something, but you're not fully, you know, a bam lash, but it just gives you that little lift at the end, especially if there's a cat eye for this. So that is the final look, and I absolutely love it. I would go out like this every single day. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did, or as much as I do. Oh, actually, it's not the final bit. I was going to put on some of this liner because it opens up the eyes. They were saying that if you put a white liner or a cream liner on afterwards, when I say they, like the tutorials that I saw, just opens the eye just that little bit more. So I'm using my Rimmel Scandalise in nude. That's a bit better. So yeah, I'm just in love with this. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know. Check out the other girls' videos. Check out their channels as well. They do more than just these collabs. I'm quite excited to see what everybody else comes up with, and if anybody else has sort of gone with the whole quiffy headbandy thing. Yeah, I'm just excited to see what people have done. I've worn a turtleneck today. I just think that there may be they were sort of in that turtleneck look, and I wanted to wear something black, so it really brought out all of the colours that I'm wearing today. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This will be uploaded at 6 o'clock on Friday. That's when you'll be seeing it. Thank goodness it's early this time. Anyway, I really look forward to seeing you in my next video because this has just been awesome. I really enjoyed doing this. Let me know what you think of this look, what you think of the eye look altogether, and what you're thinking of the series. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye now.